Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I'll be using a variety of scrapbook.com products. The pattern paper is from their Sunny Lane collection, and I'll also be using several different die sets. I have Berry Sweet, Bow Toppers, Hello Bloom, and also Delicate Leaves. I'll also be using some specialty cardstock, and these are also from scrapbook.com. I have their mixed metals glitter paper and holographic mirror paper. And for regular cardstock, I'm using their Boho smooth cardstock collection. The Sunny Lane collection is full of bright and cheerful designs. And I think you can use this collection for either masculine or feminine cards, since it does have a nice variety of colors. This is an A2 size paper pad. There are 40 sheets, 5 sheets of each pattern. I love the design with the row of buildings, and the paper pad includes that design horizontal and also vertically. For my card, I'll be using 2 of the leaf patterns. And this is the front and back side of the pattern paper. I first cut the pattern paper sheet to 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. Then I trim that piece not quite in half. The tone-on-tone green pattern is 2 3/4 of an inch, and the bottom leaf branch piece is 2.5 inches. I'll layer both of those pieces on some brown cardstock, and this is cardstock from the Boho Smooth Cardstock collection. I also cut out a narrow strip of a bluish green cardstock. It's 1/4 of an inch wide and 4 1/4 of an inch long. I put some clear double-sided tape on the back side to adhere that narrow strip in place. And by adding that, I've covered up the seam between the 2 pattern paper pieces. Now I'll start assembling the basket, and this die is from the Berry Sweet die set. I cut out the front and back piece from some brown cardstock, the same color I used for the very background. And I also cut out the background piece of the basket from some vellum. I'll put glue on the back side of the front basket piece to adhere the vellum in place. Then I'll adhere the brown background piece of the basket to the card using some glue. Before attaching the front of the basket, it's time to fill it up with lots of leafy branches. The Delicate Leaves die set does have a variety of different leaves, but I decided just to go with this one design. I cut out all of them from the same dark green cardstock. I'll put glue on the back and start filling up my basket. And I am using a pair of reverse tweezers to hold those delicate leaves in place while I add glue to the back side. And the glue I'm using in this video is from Honeybee Stamps. It's their precision tip glue. I'll add 3 of the branches to the back of the basket, then put the final 2 branches in front, positioning them slightly lower than the back 3. Once I have all of the branches adhered, I'll add a little extra sparkle to the front of the basket. I selected one of the glitter papers and cut out a very narrow strip, about 1/16 of an inch wide. And I think this metallic color actually looks like green. It matches that green leaf pattern paper beautifully. I'll adhere that narrow strip in place, and I did cut it slightly wider than the basket. I'll simply wrap those ends around the back, adhere them in place with some glue. Now I can add more glue to the basket to adhere it in place. And even though I use vellum on the back of the basket, I will put glue in the very center since I'll be adding a sentiment there. I cut out the sentiment hello from some white cardstock and also some brown cardstock, same color as the basket. And I'll adhere the 2 pieces together, creating a drop shadow of the brown cardstock. Next, I'll add the label die cut, and this is from the Berry Sweet die set. I'll adhere that to the front of the basket, and now I can add the sentiment right in the middle of that label. The sentiment and basket would look cute popped up with some foam dimension, but I decided to keep this card nice and flat since I'll be giving it to a local charity. That way they don't have to pay any additional postage to mail it. Next, I'll add a cute little bow, and I cut this out from the Bow Toppers die set and use the same green glitter paper. I'll adhere that to the center of the basket. For a final finishing touch, I'm adding 3 teeny tiny butterflies, and these are from the Hello Bloom die set where I also got the sentiment. I used some silver holographic paper for the butterflies for that tiny bit of sparkle. I'll put the larger butterfly in the upper left-hand corner right on top of one of the leaves, and the 2 smaller butterflies will go above the sentiment on the right side. So there is my finished card, and I did end up making a total of 3. The second card is similar to the one I just assembled, and the third card features the same pattern paper collection and dies. I selected different designs for the background, going for more of a feminine look. I think the first card would work well for a masculine or feminine card, and the third card, I just couldn't resist making a fun pink basket. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links provided in the description box below. Another really cute collection from scrapbook.com is their Berry Sweet collection. There's the die set I used in this video. There's also a paper pad and a cute stamp set. There are several fun images on the stamp set and also lots of sentiments. You have the larger words berry and sweet, and also quite a few smaller sentiments. And what's really fun is the small banner on the die set works for the small sentiments. And here's a quick flip through of the Berry Sweet paper pad. It's the same as Sunny Lane. There are 40 sheets, 5 sheets of each pattern. This is such a fun collection, perfect for summertime. We have strawberries and cherries, some beautiful flowers, white daisies, gingham, plaids, and polka dots. There are even a few sheets of solids, so you have the perfect red, pink, and green to go with the collection. I will be using this in a future video, so I thought I would give a heads up if you wanted to go ahead and purchase it. And I have provided links in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.